680 The Fan, Brian Finner and Sandra Golden, along with Steak Shapiro and Matt Ryan, live in studio, and we are supposed to play
Dan Tana's Three Strikes. It's here, but in lieu of, we're going to kind of do a Dan Tana's rapid fire, just kind of shoot you some questions and
just make him really uncomfortable with some questions or something like that.
Good.
Hey,
I'm guessing food's going to come out.
Well, he's a big. Him and Sarah are huge foodies.
Yeah,
big time.
Absolutely.
Can we start with Sarah for a second and tell everybody you're married to Sarah Marshall?
Sarah Marshall, yes.
Okay, and
she's Sarah Ryan.
Sarah Ryan.
That's what happens.
Sarah Ryan. You get married, you change your last name.
Thank you.
Holy, bite my head off, Brian Finner. You get so jealous when I talk to you.
My wife.
Okay, now her sister is married to
my brother.
Your brother.
My
That's
brother.
a lot of information.
Who met first? Tell the story.
Dude, that is.
Is that crazy?
That's hardcore.
Yes.
Your brother married her sister. That's what we have here.
Who was first? Tell us the story.
Sarah and I were dating first.
Okay.
We actually, Sarah can put on the matchmaker hat. She made this thing happen.
Wow.
We were dating while we were at BC, and my brother and Sarah's sister knew each other, but were both coming out of relationships or whatever, hanging out at the old tailgate, and one thing led to another.
So was their first hookup at a tailgate? So does your brother call you and go, dude, you won't even believe what happened, but I totally scored with your...
Stop saying things like that.
Why? See, I'm not going to go there. But...
was that the first hookup, though?
But we had the conversation of like, hey, man, you can't, don't do anything stupid.
Right, ruin this thing.
You can screw this up for me, so you got to be on your best behavior. And lo and behold, they ended up getting married.
Wow, so...
Who got married first?
They got married first, yeah.
Oh, now the pressure's on.
Do they have kids?
Oh.
They do. 2 kids.
All right.
A boy and a girl, so...
Is this, you have a brother that was in the car accident?
It's the same brother. Same brother. Yep, same brother.
Wow,
Same
that's
brother.
closeness, man. That's a lot familiar. Holy smokes.
Yeah, very close.
And now wait a minute, one more question about Sarah. She was playing basketball.
Yep.
And you were football.
Yep.
Did you know each other? You met each other then? What was your first date?
Took me to Pino's Pizza.
There's like, in college, you don't, it's kind of like you hang out with a lot of people early on, but one of the first dates I remember, I went to the movies with Sarah, so I thought it was, just gonna be me and her or whatever. And next thing I know, like half the women's basketball team's there with us, so I got to know all of them really well. But we met in Conti Forum, which was the home for football and basketball at the time, and we met walking through the halls there.
Why don't you give her props? Because Connecticut, Gino Auriemma, right? Wasn't there
game winner
against Connecticut at the buzzer? His wife hits a huge shot. Is that on YouTube anywhere? Sarah Marshall drilling.
We don't make the habit of YouTubing ourselves all afternoon. But
yeah, but that's a big shot.
It was a huge shot. I remember being at the game. I mean, Sarah was a good player, really, really, really good player, and extremely competitive. Was a great point guard. I have told her she should have shot more. That was my whole thing. I was at a lot of games. I was like, come on, you can shoot a little more than you do. But she shot that time and hit a game-winning shot against UConn.
Wow.
It was awesome to be part of that.
Very
nice. You guys never played a one-on-one, have you?
I mean, we have.
She doesn't have a chance to win, right? Because you just block all her shots and.
We have rules though. Like
I
can't take her down into the post and
can't back her down.
Yeah, back her down, do that kind of stuff. And playing with the women's ball is tough. I mean, it's a difficult adjustment. I'm really good. I have all kinds of excuses for why I lose to her.
Have you seen? Have you run with Tony? Run with Tony?
Tony and I played together in high school on the same all-star basketball team.
How sick is his game?
He's a man-child. His game was solid, but he was a man-child. He was inside and out, 15 feet and in. He was fine. He's not going outside of that. Doesn't have a clean jump shot. Like
have you seen him play pickup? I don't think he plays around here pickup, Tony.
He plays back home in California.
He plays out in California.
Right.
I was out there this summer, and he's got a nice little setup in his backyard, and we were out, messing around in the backyard. But he's pretty good.
Best athlete I've ever seen. We talked about this. Smoltzy. Smoltzy's hoop game is crazy good. Sick. He plays in these pickup games down here, dominates.
Have you seen Larry Legend over here? He can
bring it.
Yeah, he did just fly over the fact that you were on the All-Star team with Tony.
It's ridiculous.
He's not giving you any love here.
I'll give Steak.
Yeah, Finn can play.
Yeah, we played during the lockout season. We played a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
Try to stay
That
in
would have
shape.
been good if he like turned his ankle or something.
We were scared.
I was out there like
we were
knee
scared.
braces, ankle braces.
He looked like me on the football field.
Yeah, exactly.
Steak has a nickname when he plays hoop with his Jewish buddies at the whatever that place is called.
JCC.
The JCC.
You've heard of it.
It's called the black hole. It's like he's on the microphone. He won't let it go away. You're giving it to him in the post. It's not coming back out. Hey, pass it here, Steak. I'm open. Shut up, Finn. Hook shot, miss, game over.
I did have a little hiatus off the mic for a few months, so that the black hole title maybe comes back in the mix. Hey, locker room speeches over the years. Smitty ever delivering those? Anybody? Any coaches you've had, high school, college, or pro, where that was a big deal?
I haven't. You know, Smitty is really good about details, and he's passionate. You know, and so he just kind of whatever he's feeling, he says it.
Right.
But I've never been one. I kind of got to get like emotionally like calmed down before a game.
Right.
Sometimes you can get too hyped up and you just going out there, and that's good if you're running around hitting people. But playing quarterback, you got to concentrate and you got to be focused.
You tell
It's always been for me.
Yeah.
Getting away from that stuff.
You tell me, Fit, because I would think at some point Drew Brees, it's kind of the same speech every game in that circle. You know what I mean? We're playing Tampa in Week 13, and they're 3-9, and it kind of sounds the same as the one in the playoff game. I don't know, and I'm not. Look, I'm just saying at some point, you know, you want to be able to mix. You know, when a guy delivers and often doesn't say anything, it seems to be a bigger impact.
You know what? We had Tony was a guy who never said very much. You know, that's not his deal. He leads by example, and he was the best at that. The night before, and we didn't, you know, win our last game, but the night before, Smitty always has a team meeting the night before, and he gives a speech. And so before the Carolina game, before Tony's last game, he got up and spoke, and he killed it. I mean, he was unbelievable, and had
emotional.
Myself choked up. I mean,
yeah,
guys. His delivery was really,
what was
really
his
good.
overall message? His
message was about things that he's learned along the way, and how he thinks those things can help us, you know, move forward as a team. And
wow.
It was really, really impressive.
Had he asked to speak, or all of a sudden he just was walking up there and everybody's like, wow, what's he going to come with?
Yeah, no, I think Smitty asked him
wow.
to speak, and you know, it was the first time Tony had really spoken in front of the team, and he was great.
All right, rapid fire. Best worst hit you've ever taken in the NFL? Biggest stick?
It's college. I YouTubed this. I took a hit against Clemson by a guy named David Dunham, and that's the worst hit I've ever taken in my life.
Was it a sack play?
No, I was rolling out to my right. I didn't even see him coming. I threw the ball. He hit me right in the chest and snapped my head back, and the helmet went.
Oh, I think I watched it. You think you showed it to me when you first got here?
Yeah, it's.
You got eaten by him. Johnny Manziel, gonna be a good NFL quarterback.
I think so. I think he's extremely talented and a great competitor.
You're sacked 9 times last Sunday. What do you feel like Monday morning?
Not great. You know,
but what is it?
Yeah, what does it feel like?
Is it hard getting out of bed for real, or is that just cliche? Is it hard getting out of bed?
It depends on what spot's been, you know, banged up. But you know, certainly some Monday mornings are difficult to get out of bed.
It's like bruised all over.
Mm.
Right. Toughest corners, toughest cover guys.
That's a hard question. I think Darrelle Revis is really good in Tampa, but I think difficult to go against the guys out in Seattle because they're big and physical. We've always matched up pretty well against them, but they're tough to go against.
That first half against the 49ers, is that as great as it could feel like when you're playing ball like Finn, when everything's just clicking?
In the zone.
Is that the ultimate in terms of playing quarterback?
I think so. You know, I think there's been times throughout my career where I felt that way, and the key is trying to find out how to do that more and more, and that's what I'm going to try and do this offseason.
All right. Hey,
thank you, first of all, for joining us during the season and doing this. Hopefully we can do it again. I know it didn't work out well the first time, but let's talk and see what happens.
We'll have more wins next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being a class act through it. There's been a tough season, I know, for a lot of folks.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Happy New Year.
Good to have you in. We're back on Monday morning.